Hello everybody, welcome back to Nate the Boss YT. Today we are covering the massive hurricane, category 4 hurricane, Helene, as it makes its way to Florida then Georgia. We'll be covering this. I'm currently trying to get the radio up. Does South Carolina even have a special National Weather Service? They do. I wasn't looking in the right county.
Line and river flooding caused by excessive rainfall and resultant dam gate releases at Oxford Dam. Where? The Catawba River from Oxford Dam to I-40 in portions of Alexander, Catawba, and Iredell counties in North Carolina. When? Until 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. Impacts: several docks, access areas, swimming areas, and low-lying residential yards will likely flood. Some outbuildings, campgrounds, and roads may be impacted with shallow flooding. Residents are encouraged to heed guidance from local officials and emergency management on any potential impacts to property. Drivers are encouraged to heed any barricades and avoid all flooded areas. Additional details: at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, rainfall accumulations of 4 to 8 inches Wednesday night into Thursday morning over the headwaters of the Catawba River and associated tributaries has caused high flows and increasing lake pool elevations along the Catawba River. Excess water is being passed through Oxford Dam and has resulted in rises at Lookout Shoals Lake, where the pool is currently approaching 102.5 feet. Additional torrential, potentially devastating rainfall is expected later tonight through Thursday morning from Hurricane Helene. There is the potential for another 5 to 12 inches of rainfall from Lake Hickory to the Catawba River headwaters, with the highest totals along the Blue Ridge Escarpment. This rainfall will occur on saturated soils, and excessive runoff into elevated streams will result in potentially catastrophic inflows into the Catawba River lakes. Based on current rainfall forecasts and conditions, Duke Energy expects Lookout Shoals Lake to reach or exceed 110.0 feet later Friday, which is 10.0 feet over full pond. The current record pool elevation at Lookout Shoals Lake is 114.40 feet, which occurred in August 1940. Lookout Shoals Lake reached 108.30 feet on November 12, 2020, which is the highest crest in the modern era. Major flood stage is 106.0 feet. These lake levels will cause unprecedented, catastrophic flooding of Lookout Shoals Lake and possibly adjacent reaches of the Catawba River. This is a river flood product for the following counties in South Carolina: Fairfield and Lancaster. Flood warning in effect from Friday afternoon until further notice. What? Major flooding is forecast. This approaches a flood record. Where? Watery River at Lake Watery. When? From Friday afternoon until further notice. Impacts: at 100.4 feet, the piers on the Wildlife Road Bridge over Singleton Creek become submerged. At 102.5 feet, roadways near Beaver Creek become flooded. At 103.0 feet, homeowners on low-lying property have to move belongings out of basements or from under raised houses. Boat launch on U.S. Highway 1 at the lake closed due to flood water. At 105.0 feet, roads and homes nearest the lake shore flood. Flooded roads isolate areas extending from the lake shore. This is a river flood product for the following county: Cleveland, North Carolina, and Cherokee, South Carolina. Flood warning now in effect from Friday morning to late Sunday morning. What major flooding is forecast? This approaches a flood record. Where? Broad River in South Carolina near Blacksburg. When? From Friday morning to late Sunday morning. Impacts: at 24.0 feet, moderate flooding continues. The Broad River may be significantly restricting operations at Lockhart Dam and may be overtopping Cherokee Falls Dam. At 25.0 feet, major flood stage. Record flooding is ongoing. Additional details: at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Thursday, the stage was 6.8 feet and rising. Action advisory stage is 13.0 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage tomorrow morning to a crest of 24.6 feet early Saturday morning. It will then fall below flood stage late Saturday evening. Minor flood stage is 16.0 feet. Moderate flood stage is 22.0 feet. Major flood stage is 20.0 feet. This is a river flood product for the following county: Cleveland, North Carolina. Flood warning now in effect from late tonight to early Sunday afternoon. What moderate flooding is forecast? Where? Broad River in North Carolina at Boiling Springs. When? From late tonight to early Sunday afternoon. Impacts: at 17.5 feet, moderate flooding continues. The Broad River is approaching levels similar to levels reached on September 9, 2004 during Hurricane Francis. Significant first-floor flooding of several homes between Abe's Mountain Road and the river is ongoing, with residents already evacuated. Significant flood waters are inundating lower elevation trail and picnic areas of the Broad River Greenway. At 20.0 feet, major flood stage. The Broad River has reached levels similar to those seen in August 1940. Devastating flooding of numerous homes near the river within the Abe's Mountain vicinity is likely underway. Significant and record-level flood waters are inundating lower elevation trail and picnic areas of the Broad River Greenway. Additional details: at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Thursday, the stage was 6.8 feet. Bankfull stage is 10.0 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage late tonight to a crest of 18.9 feet early Saturday morning. It will then fall below flood stage early Sunday morning. Flood stage is 12.0 feet. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 18.2 feet on October 5, 1964. This is a river flood product for the following county: Gaston, North Carolina. Flood warning now in effect from late tonight to late Sunday evening. What major flooding is forecast? Where? South Fork Catawba River at Lowell. When? From late tonight to late Sunday evening. Impacts: at 15.5 feet, major flood stage. South Fork Catawba River flood waters may be inundating the Cramerton Fire Department, Cramerton Drug Store, South Fork Masonic Lodge, and adjacent homes and businesses along 8th Avenue. And north. Main St. Flood waters may be approaching the Cramerton Police Department. Flooding of Dunharps Creek may be impacting adjacent sections of Mayflower Road. And Kramer Mountain Road may be inundated with several inches of water. Impacts may be similar to those associated with flooding on March 21, 2003. At 16.5 feet, major flooding continues. The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has extended the flash flood warning for eastern Chester County in upstate South Carolina, southeastern York County in upstate South Carolina, until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 6:24 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so far today, 3.5 to 5 inches of rain has fallen across the area. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly, especially throughout the greater Rock Hill and Fort Mill areas. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that may experience flash flooding include Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Tega Cay, Newport, Leslie, Great Falls, Fort Lawn, Richburg, Catawba, Carowinds, Lake Wylie, and Edgemoor. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a flash flood warning for a dam floodgate release in northeastern Gaston County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, northwestern Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. At 5:54 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, impacted residents should stand by for further evacuation instructions from Charlotte-Mecklenburg Emergency Management. Rainfall accumulations of 4 to 8 inches Wednesday night into Thursday morning over the headwaters of the Catawba River and associated tributaries has caused high flows and increasing lake pool elevations along the Catawba River. Duke Energy is passing excess water through each reservoir upstream of Mountain Island Lake, including immediately upstream at Cowens Ford Dam at Lake Norman. These releases are resulting in significant rises at Mountain Island Lake, where the pool is currently at 98.45 feet and rising rapidly. Full pool is 100.0 feet. Mountain Island Lake is expected to reach 103.5 feet overnight tonight, which will result in minor floating along the lake shoreline as well as areas downstream of Mountain Island Dam, including within the Riverside Drive community. Caution is advised anywhere near the Catawba River from Cowens Ford Dam to the Lake Wylie Inlet. Additional torrential, potentially devastating rainfall is expected later tonight through Thursday morning from Hurricane Helene. There is high confidence that another 5 to 12